Hi, Larry. This video is probably the best way for me to give you my thoughts on the videos that Jillian created. She does great work, and I do similar work. I think I know exactly how she did all this. So let's, for example, I have all of the narratives here, and I'm going to open narrative one and start playing it, and then just give you my comments. Stop it and give you my comments.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm happy to see you here today. My name is Larry Rudman. I wrote the book American Jews and America's Game.
I like the way it opens. I love the baseball. I love the image of you in there with the books in the back. My thought is, while I visit you, if you are open to it, I would try a new headshot of you, take a couple of different headshots of you and see if there's something else that you might like. This image here is low res. So this really should be it. And I think this is the photo that's on the cover of your book. I would rather see your book cover artwork here because you are referencing the book itself. And this is just so low res here that it needs to be better quality.
Which came out a few years ago and won some prizes. This review, which you're about to see, told in narrative, music.
And I love the effect that she created here. That's known as, in video editing, that's known as the Ken Burns effect. So when he came out with his monumental documentaries on GBH, he kind of is the guy who came up with that zooming in gently, zooming out gently. And that it obviously creates a really, really nice effect, a nice flow. My only thought is this seems to be well, maybe I'm wrong about that, but she comes in, she comes out.
Do you know that in many American universities,
here's one that goes down. Yeah, no, this is good. In other words, it shouldn't always go in the same direction. It shouldn't always go down, and it shouldn't always go down and then up and then down and then up. It should be a real variety of the movements, and they shouldn't necessarily always be so dramatic. Sometimes just a slight movement is more compelling. My other thought is, or my other question was, and I did email back to Jillian thanking her for sending me all of this, telling her she does great work. And I also asked the question, how was the voiceover created? So your voiceover is well done, but I think in regards, and I'm being critical only on production values, right? So I think this is great stuff, but my ear and my eye go toward production values, and I hear a little bit of room ambience in the voiceover. It could be, in other words, I feel like it could be a much cleaner and more better sounding recording with tonal qualities. So another thing I could do is bring my portable recording equipment, and if you're up for it, we could re-record some of these.
Around the time of the Civil War. Why not? Doesn't the name Babe Ruth remind us of the Roaring Twenties? Doesn't the name Jackie Robinson?
I love the background music she chose. It's real inviting and it's neutral. It's just warm and inviting. So she must have access to some sound files that are royalty free. They have to be royalty free. The other thought is, and I'll keep this kind of short because I'm going to end up sending you this video. It's going to be a large file and it won't come in an email, and I have limited services of how I can send files around. But my other thought is that these particular pieces are too long for social media. So they have, I'm sure they're useful for other purposes, maybe, embedding on your website or sending to certain groups or certain industry groups or whatever. I'm not really up on the book industry itself, but if you want to look at doing shorter ones, social media, they need to be really short. The videos need to be, they're saying, the research is saying 10 seconds or so. So you can get away with longer than that, but if we are to discuss promoting the book on social media, anything we create that has video and audio would be much shorter than this. And I'd be willing to take a look at that with you too.
Tell us about racial history and strife, which is still ongoing in America. Don't the names of Hank Greenberg and Sandy Koufax tell us of the virulent anti-Semitism of Greenberg's time during the Depression years?
This stuff is really powerful. The images and what you're saying behind it is really powerful. So, I'm looking forward to discussing this with you. There's, just so you know, I can't edit what she sent. So this is after edit. This is the final product. I can't drill into this and separate out the audio. I can't separate out the images. And I'm going to make a guess that you provided her with many of the images and she went and got some of the images as well herself, maybe, or maybe if you have them all. But that would be important. If I were to recreate these in any way, I would need access to all of these images or try to find them myself. It would be they must reside in a file folder on her computer or your computer, I'm assuming. But that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. But I just want to let you know that I can't pull this apart and change it. This is the end product. I'd have to start fresh. And I do that using Final Cut Pro. That's this program down here. I believe that's what she used. It looks like it to me. Oh, one other point I was going to make. See, this is my program here that I edit with. I do Jordan's videos here, Candy O'Terry's videos here, everybody. The other point I was going to make in regards to the video was text. There's nowhere does text appear. And that could enhance it. So that's something to discuss, words flying into the screen, or there's a whole bunch of different effects that can happen. Let me see if I can show you something real quick. Oh boy, here we go. All right, let's just, I don't know what I'm opening here. This is one of the videos I've created, but this is a woman that Candy O'Terry interviewed. Oh, here's what I'm saying. Here, text could be put in. This could go right over the slide, right over the pictures, or it could go with its own background. We use Candy's colors here. I don't know if you have a color palette for your book or for your brand, but that type of thing. So, all right, I think I'll stop there. That's a lot of information, and if I think of anything else, I'll create another video. But I think this will get us started in the discussion and give you some options of what you would like to do and how you'd like to move forward. Okay. And thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my podcasts and give me all that feedback. It's really been good for me. When I say I'm in a slump, it's mostly that I need to get going again and write another episode and record another episode. I'm just so darn busy. And I was with Jordan the other day and I gave him a big, big hello from you. Same thing came back. I'm so glad I know him and now you. And I'll talk to you soon.